Hello, gorgeous people. Welcome back to another episode. In today's video, I want to talk about robotic affirming for general abundance, overflow, expansion in life. I apologize if it's a bit noisy. I'm in Bali at the moment, and there's a lot of native creatures out and about, and they love to sing their songs, so we're going to have them as a part of the video. So I'm going to talk about robotic affirming. But before we jump into that, I have a vault of free money mindset and manifestation resources that I would love to give to you. It has over 15 ebooks, challenges, workshops, PDFs, you name it. And I've made it just for you so that it can really help you on your manifestation journey. So if that sounds like something you want, it's totally free. Just head to the link in the description below and sign up for that. And you'll get all of those resources that you can access at any time. I'm always adding to the vault. So make sure to check back into it to see any new resources that may have been uploaded. And let's get into the video. So robotic affirming for general abundance. So you know from my podcast episode on the Girls That Manifest show, I think it's episode number 54, where I talk about robotic affirming in general, like what it is, why we do it, why it's so effective. If you haven't listened to that, I highly recommend going over to it now. I'll link it somewhere up here, and that will give you the general overview of what robotic affirming is. But in today's video, I want to talk specifically about creating and manifesting a life of overflow, a life of abundance, a life of ease, a life of joy, just a life that you love, right? The sort of general encompassing energy, vibe, reality of having a life you really love. So what that looks like for me, it's sort of like a maintenance state. It's a maintenance mindset. And in this maintenance mindset, I speak to myself. You can call it affirming, but I like to call it more of an inner self-talk. And each day I speak myself into this state. I speak myself into feeling the way that I want to feel. And there are a few affirmations that I use for this. The first affirmation I love to use is, I'm always surprised and delighted by life. I'm always surprised and delighted by life. I am always surprised and delighted by life. And a couple times a day, I'm not regimented with this. I don't have a specific time that I have to do it. It's whenever I remind myself or something happens and I'm reaffirming to myself the reality that this, of course it's happening because this is the way that I see myself and this is the way that I see my life. I am always surprised and delighted by life. And I repeat that robotically a couple of times. Sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's in the afternoon. It doesn't really matter. Like, for instance, I'm in Bali right now. I brought my mum here. We're having an amazing holiday together. And I've been saying this affirmation as well as the other affirmation I'm going to share with you every day. I've just been saying it to myself. It's like a maintenance thing. Like, I'm always surprised and delighted by life. I wonder what's going to happen today because I'm always surprised and delighted by life. I'm always surprised and delighted by life. And we have been having the most amazing experiences here. Like, I love Bali. It's very easy to have an amazing experience here. But it's been even better than I've experienced before. You might know I used to live in Bali multiple times. So I know what it's like to live here, but this experience of Bali is just more expansive and more beautiful and more fun and more fulfilling than I've ever had it before. And that's because I continuously use the robotic affirming of, I'm always surprised and delighted by life. The other affirmation that I love to use is, people come to me, everything comes to me. People come to me, everything comes to me. I am so magnetic. So it's sort of a combo of those things. I am so magnetic. I am so magnetic. People come to me. I am so magnetic. Everything comes to me. I am so magnetic. Everything comes to me. I'm so magnetic. And as I've been saying this to myself, you might have been, depending on where you follow me, if it's on Instagram or if it's in the Girls That Manifest Facebook group, you will know that I've been doing this as an experiment over the last probably 3, almost 4 weeks now. And the results that I've been getting just from adding this affirmation into my experience has been mind-blowing. Like, we have been having amazing service everywhere we've gone. We have been getting upgrades. We've been getting freebies. We've been having the interactions with the most incredible people. The Balinese people are just, they're my favorite people. They're wonderful, wonderful people. And I love interacting with them. And every time we have used their services, I go out of my way to make sure I tip them well because I adore these people. You know, they're wonderful people. And so when I feel magnetic, I also feel generous. I feel beautiful. I feel like I want to give love from my heart in many different ways. And so this has been a really fun addition to add into that robotic affirming maintenance mode that I have every day of I'm always surprised and delighted by life. Everything comes to me, people come to me because I'm so magnetic, and repeating those on a loop. And like I said, every time I have an experience that confirms that, I repeat it to myself again, right? I remind myself that I am so magnetic. People come to me, everything comes to me. I am always surprised and delighted by life. And it just makes everything so beautiful. It makes everything so delightful. It makes everything surprising. I'm not constantly trying to micromanage every single desire that I want. And I understand like there's a time and place for when we want specific things and we're like willing to really directly do the work for them. But if you're not in that place where you're not exactly wanting any specific thing, but you just like to elevate how you feel in your life, I highly recommend trying these out. But remember, it's not about the words that you're saying. It's about whether it's changing you within. Because if you're saying something and it's not creating any kind of difference within, it's going to take more time for it to work, because sometimes you're going to feel it and then sometimes you're not. But if you can say a phrase like, I'm always surprised and delighted by life, or people come to me because I'm so magnetic, and you instantly feel different, you feel something, you feel a shift within you, you have changed, right? You have changed. And that is what you are looking for. That is what you want to experience. You want to experience a shift within. You want to change within. You want to feel differently than you did just a second ago. Because now you're in that state. You're in that reality where you get to have all of this expansion, all of this abundance, everything you desire. Okay, lovelies. I hope you enjoyed that. Once again, if you would like some free resources, I have a ton of them in my abundance vault. It's free. There's over 15 of them. Lots of things you can download and dive into. Head to the link in the description below, and I will see you in the next video.